Welcome to this step-by-step embroidery tutorial. Today we will be stitching this charming seagull, one of 6 designs in my Seagulls Stick Stitch Kit. This kit features high-quality water-soluble sticky fabric, making embroidery easier than ever. Simply stick it onto any fabric of your choice, stitch over the design, and once you are done, it dissolves in water, leaving only your beautiful embroidery behind. This seagull is just one part of the collection. In addition to this design, we have a similar seagull looking to the opposite direction, 2 graphic monochrome seagull designs, phrase "Be free" in a lovely script, and a bunch of tiny seagulls flying away, giving a sense of freedom and movement. Each design carries a touch of coastal charm, perfect personalizing garments, tote bags, or home decor pieces. Now, let's get to starting on our seagull. For this project we will be using just 3 stitches, the Backstitch, Satin Stitch and Bullion Stitch. Let's go through each and one. Backstitch for outlining and as a first layer of Satin Stitch is a perfect for clean, precise outlines. Start making a small stitch forward and then bring the needle back down to the end of the previous stitch. This creates a solid continuous line ideal for defining our seagull's shape. Satin Stitch for filling the wings and the body. The satin stitch gives a smooth and even coverage. Bring the needle up to one side of the shape and go straight down to the other, repeating the motion side by side. This creates a beautiful filled-in look, perfect for our seagull's body. Bullion Stitch for the wings. This stitch is very fun and textured. Rub the thread around the needle multiple times before pulling through. It creates a raised effect which is great for tiny detailed elements of the wing. Additionally, we will be also using 2-level embroidery, but I will explain it closer to the part where we will get to that. Let's start with filling up our wing. For me, seagulls are a part of Helsinki vibe. In summer, you can find them anywhere in the coastal area. Once I was enjoying an ice cream at the market square near the beautiful cathedral. I was admiring the view, taking the peaceful atmosphere, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, a ball seagull scooped down and snatched my ice cream and threw it to the fountain. This mafia. It was so funny and sad because, of course, it's artisan ice cream which cost a fortune and they didn't even enjoy it. Oh well, but now they end up in my embroidery kit. Line of back stitches helps us with our edge of satin stitch. Each stitch we start from outside part of the back stitch line. This keeps it neat and beautiful. And the other side we don't care about that much because our bullion stitches will be starting from there and they will blend smoothly with our satin stitch part. With Satin Stitch we are trying to create a fan motion which follows the natural line of the wing, so the stitches are actually not parallel to each other, they are in a way more natural way following the outline of our wing. Don't forget to secure your thread when it's close to the end. I used 2 loop catching knots, very simple, very easy, but here is a demonstration just in case if you have not used this style. To save your time, I will show only one wing side, but of course I'm sure that you can repeat the same step-by-step thing on the other one. So here is the ready 2 wings and we are heading to the belly. This tutorial is pretty long. I decided to keep as much as I can, but still not to bore you with the similar elements, so one wing I'm showing fully step by step and the other one is just in a moment. For me in total the embroidery of this bird took about 1.5 hours. But of course it needs a lot of experience, so don't worry if for you it takes a bit longer. It's fine, it's completely fine. Take your time and enjoy each stitch. Think about sea, beautiful vibes and nice moments which you had in nature while you're stitching, and it will keep you feel relaxed and happy, I hope, and let me know how it goes. Since the times I was making jewelry, I am quite used to do the satin stitch a little bit unconventional way. The first layer I lay out of 2-strand threads, and then I do the second layer with a single strand, polishing the area to achieve like more natural feeling and fill the gaps which could appear sometimes, and it helps me to have a super fine needle, even finer than the one you have in the kit. But yes, you can skip this part, but I still leave this for you just in case if you want to do fully as I do. And why it is important for me, because it makes the surface nicer, and the embroidery is even more durable. Like the more stitches you lay, the more durable it is. And I just really like how this plenty of stitches in one place look like. I don't know, it's complete pleasure of having this perfect surface in the end. If you have not used the thread organizer before, here is a short demonstration how to separate the single strand out of the bunch. And I really love how neat everything stays. I hope you will also enjoy it and start using the thread organizers. They are doing magic. I actually prefer to make this kind of thread organizers for my projects instead of keeping them on bobbins, because the bobbins make the thread be kind of wiggly. They kind of save this motion of like 3 centimeter, and then it's bending, then it's again 3 centimeter bend, 3 bend, like it's disturbing for me. So I really like when the thread is super straight, and for my projects I prepare the needed amount of threads on the thread organizer. I have a little bit bigger ones for my bigger projects with more holes, but here in this kit I have a limited color palette and a special thread organizer for this kit. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know how it is for you. I would really enjoy to hear out what you think and how you feel. And now we got to the bullion stitch. The magic of this stitch is that with our needle we are measuring the desired length of the stitch we want to make. So we step back, make a half stitch, like without taking the needle fully out, and then we start putting loops on the needle. Visually we measure that the amount of loops, this distance, is the same as the distance which was stepped away by our needle. If these distances are the same, then our bullion stitch will stay perfectly neat and nice. If the amount of loops is less, the stitch will look a little bit ugly, but it's still possible to save it if you just add a few parallel stitches perpendicular to the main line of the stitch, like to just add more stitches on top of these loops. And if you have more loops, then your stitch will kind of be staying up. This way I do sometimes when I need my stitch to be more natural position, so I make more loops than the length of my stitch, and then I attach it to the up or to the down, so it becomes like a more natural way. This way I make, for example, leaves for the miniature birdwedge flower. If you have tried it yourself, please let me know how do you like this stitch. I think it's super fun. We will also do the legs of the seagull with the same stitch. So practice it and enjoy. For the tail and the back parts of the wings, we will use 2-layer embroidery. First layer is that we are filling with the long stitches the area that we want to create volume. We kind of divide it visually to separate feathers. So with the tail I put like maybe 3 stitches or something, and then with the second layer of stitches I start making parallel to each other stitches that are perpendicular to the first layer. This looks similar to the Bullion Stitch, but it can have more variety in the volume which we are creating, so it could start more chubby and fat in the end, and in the beginning be more fine, so it looks actually quite different from the Bullion Stitch, but it elevates our tail ends and the wings. So I decided to use exactly this technique. You can switch it to the Bullion stitches or just simple satin stitches to your liking. This tutorial is a mere suggestion of how this pattern could be interpreted with embroidery. I could also show someday the same pattern but made with hand modified textile elements like my jewelry pieces, but it will take me some extra time. So no promises, it depends how many comments I will get about this, so we will see. Yes, and if for you this technique seems to be too complicated, you are always free to do just the outlines. It will look gorgeous if you just do the outlines without any specific details. It's just fun sometimes to do more detailed embroidery and less detailed in the same work, so you can choose one of these minimalistic elements from the kit and combine them together. For example, this seagull looks great with a bunch of birds which are flying away, and yeah, you can play around and maybe make these 2 complex birds next to each other, like they have some kind of communication, or make them separately on different garments and play around. Embroidery is amazing because it's full of freedom of action. And don't forget to share with me your project, because I am super curious to see what you come up with. Now we got to the part where we finalize our bird and add the legs to it, and of course I understand that now you don't see the original pattern anymore because it's fully covered in stitches, but let's improvise a little bit and make 3 different size bullion stitches, 2 for one leg and 1 for other leg, and a few additional stitches. Here we are trying to imitate the hidden legs in the flight motion of the bird, so just have fun with it, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget that this water-soluble material can be soaked in lukewarm water a little bit and then slightly rub it and it will disappear, leaving your beautiful embroidery intact. If you want to try other embroidery tutorials, follow my channel. If you want to purchase this kit and you haven't done it yet, find the links in the description. And if you want or have an idea of another kit that I might have, because I will continue this in future, so let me know in the comments what would be great for the next kit. I am all ears.